Now we're going to talk about removing your manifold from your sprayer to install your new manifold. We'll come over here and we'll take our current return line off that goes back to the tank, where we're going to make a little bit of a mess with some water. There's that. Kind of help get around that hump a little bit there. There it goes. Well, instead of fighting that hose right now, for convenience sake, we're just going to go ahead and pull it off at the manifold here. Alright, so now that we've got that hose off, we're just going to tie it up out of the way, keep from making a mess. We'll take that fitting out of that hose in a minute, because we'll connect it to our new manifold that doesn't have that style of connector on it. I guess I should tie it a little bit better of a knot there. There we go. Alright, now we're going to remove this. I'm going to leave that one finger tight for just a second, because we need to take it loose from the bottom as well. So this is going out to your spray booms, is what all of these are for, and this is coming from your pump. That was your return back to your tank. So we're going to take this clamp down here off. That was coming from the pump. And then we'll take and just remove these clips for now. I've been on there for a little while. They sometimes may be a little bit of a booger to get off. Come here, screwdriver. Help me out a little. There we go. And there we go. Now, you can remove your manifold, set it to the side. We'll install the new manifold here in a few minutes. Go through the steps of installing our manifold and get everything plumbed back up. Get ready to use it. This is what your manifold looks like right here. It's got a screw-on filter right here that we just haven't installed yet. We'll install it at the end. We removed the old manifold in the previous video. We had to drill some new mounting holes in this plate. And we also had to move the mounts themselves that are right here. We had to move those to get them to fit on this plate. One thing to keep in mind during this is this manifold can be mounted vertical like we have it here, or it can be mounted horizontal back on the boom or something like that. But if you mount it vertical and you have a short stem like this, as you can see, I'll tighten these up real quick. And one of the problems we have with this, as you can see, it's wanting to vibrate pretty good. So you can come in and you can support it here to stop the vibration, or you can come in and support it here to stop the vibration. And that's most likely what we'll do, is we'll come in and put a bracket on here. These are universal kits. They'll fit pretty much anything, but we don't always know exactly how they're mounted. So if we were to put a bracket in the kit that was, 5 inches long, it would have fit here. But if it was, 7 inches long, it wouldn't have fit, and we would have had to make adjustments to it. So the best thing to do in some of these scenarios, maybe you move it from here and put your manifold and everything back on the back, because it would be easier to mount it at the top of the boom. But whatever way works best for you. Now we're going to show the plumbing to the manifold. So earlier we installed the manifold. And of course the cables and everything are on here now. We'll get to that in a separate video. So this is your bypass for when you turn section valves off. You can turn this knob to get to the same pressure. When you turn a section valve off, you maintain the same pressure going back into your tank, and that allows these other two sections to continue to put out the right application rate. So you would turn these knobs to, there's a pointer right down here, so you would turn these knobs to get them to line up. When you're spraying, it's all going out of these hoses going back to your boom, and then as you turn it off, it lets it relief out of here back into the tank. This is the return line for the tank, and that's also teed in here to the regulating valve. This regulating valve is what's referred to as a bypass mode. It's not on the main line, it's off of it, and it's bypassing back to the tank. Your inlet in this scenario comes in from the bottom, and then these three here go out to your sections out back on the back of your boom.